What should parents say to their kids in general about social media, either their perception issues or in their behavior with sexting or with getting involved in some kind of risky situations?
Yeah, I think social media is difficult in that there's such a variety of behaviors in which someone can interact with their social media online. So I think it's important for parents to trust their children to a certain extent, but to really emphasize they need to have all the privacy settings. Parents themselves should have filtering and monitoring software. There's lots of software that will monitor time spent. You don't have to monitor everything that they comment or whatever. There's various different levels you can set. But just remind them that, again, your social media represents you. This is who you are online. It's very important for you to learn how to have a social media presence. This is just part of the world we live in now. But you do want to keep those privacy settings all the way completely private, and do not interact with strangers, and don't post anything online that you wouldn't want your parents or your teacher to see. The internet is not a private place. It's a public place. It's there to connect with the rest of the world. It's not there for your private little photo album.
And you're talking about privacy settings. I'm thinking there may be parents out there who say, I'm not that tech savvy, I don't know what to do with this. Is there a certain onus for parents to sort of educate themselves just on the basics, for the protection of their kids?
This is a great point. Just in the last few months, I've had 7 or 8 parents contact me and ask me if there's some sort of a workshop that they can take, or there's a book or something. There are certain, the line of books that's for dummies. So there's different books that you can look into in terms of how to manage social media. Commonsensemedia.org is a really good resource, but there isn't anything that's really comprehensive, and that's because the apps are constantly changing. There's new social networking sites all the time, plus the social networking sites that exist change all of their settings all of the time. So it is difficult for parents to keep up. So it's something that the parents should really be focusing on, for older kids in particular, that it's their responsibility to make sure everything's private. And when in doubt, you can elicit some help from a coworker or a friend or a relative that's somewhat younger than you that can help you navigate it until there is that magical website or resource out there that's going to walk a parent through.
Well, and as you said, there are also monitoring resources and...
Yeah, there's lots of monitoring software. Just tons of it. However, it does change all the time, so giving specifics is sort of hard to do because I don't necessarily want this to become obsolete in a couple of months. But commonsensemedia.org has lots of different monitoring software lists. I have a monitoring software list on my website that I update frequently. But the latest monitoring software that I think is important is one that has the capability to monitor the computer, the tablet, and the phone. And then one that has the ability for you to select how strictly you want that to be filtered. And then you can manually allow other websites. So, because a lot of times if you filter out sexually explicit websites, it'll also filter out sexual health websites. So you want to be able to manually allow those.